everybody, and welcome back to MJNB. If you are new here, welcome to our channel. Make sure to click that red subscribe button before you go to join our family. We would love to have you here. But for today's video, we are going to be doing kind of like a little story time. It's a question that I get all the time. So for those of you who do not know, I am getting married. Oh, if you hear little baby talking in the background, it's probably because there's a little baby right down there. But yeah, so for those of you who do not know, I'm getting married, and we're getting married May of this year. And the thing that's interesting and exciting about our wedding is that we're getting married down south. So we're actually having a wedding in Cuba. And a question that I get all the time is like, how did you plan your destination wedding, and how do you even like begin to plan something like that? And honestly, before I started planning it, I had no idea how to plan it. So in this video, I'm going to kind of go through and tell you the process of how we did everything, and just a little bit of give you guys some tips along the way of what you should do if you are looking to plan your destination wedding. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so first, how we planned our wedding. So I've always wanted a beach wedding. And so I never thought that it could be obtainable. I always thought that it was like really, really expensive to do a wedding, but guys, it's really, really, really cheap. Just to give you an idea, a wedding here, so I live in Canada and I wanted to do a barn wedding, and I went to get a quote for that, and I was going to invite 80 people to the wedding, so not small but also not big, of course, and I was quoted $40,000. And that was just for the rental of the place. It wasn't, and that was also for the food and whatever, but it wasn't for like all the extras like photography, videography, all the limos, like my dress, his tux. You just sneezed on my foot. It's okay, I still love you. So yeah, so it was gonna be about like a $50,000 wedding, and I was like, oh my god, that is absolutely insane. And so then I was like, okay, might as well just look into going down south, might as well. And I was just like bored one day, so I did it. And guys, we are staying for 10 days. We are staying at a 5-star hotel. Everything is included. We are going above and beyond. We're getting like spa packages with like facials, massages. I'm getting my hair, my nails done, my makeup done. What else are we doing? Like we're literally like, we have like a beach disco that we're gonna be doing. We went like above, like flowers, everything, okay? Like we did everything for this package. And also our flight, our like transfer from the hotel, our stay at the hotel, and I think that's everything. So like and taxes, like literally everything is included in this price, and our price is $4,000 for all of that. So yeah, definitely way, way, way cheaper. If we wanted to do a package anywhere similar to that in Canada, it would be like $80,000 for that package. So yeah, so definitely if you think that a down south wedding is like super, super, super expensive, then like, I don't know, it's definitely cheaper. There are weddings though that I've heard, like I know my friend's sister did her wedding at like the Hard Rock Cafe in, I think, Jamaica, I'm not quite sure, and her wedding was like $20,000. So it definitely depends like where you're going and where you're staying. Tip number 1 is to do your research for sure. So I went on, before you even try to speak to a travel agent, they're gonna ask you like what your 3 top hotels are, or at least that's what they did with me. So you're gonna need to do your research first. So go in and like research what countries you want to go to, and then research kind of like the hotels that you want to go to as well. So that's tip number 1 before you even speak to a travel agent about booking. Second tip is definitely to book with a travel agent. If you're doing, if a whole bunch of people are coming, speak with a travel agent. We went with iTravel 2000. I don't know if they're available everywhere to everybody, but we really, really like them. Their customer service is amazing. And also they have something where if you have over 16 guests, yeah, so 16 guests is free basically. for adults. If you have 16 adults, the 16th adult is free. So the total amount of their airfare and their hotel stay will be refunded back to you. So that's also why our wedding was also very cheap, because I think it was like an amount of like $1,300 that we got back. So that's amazing. And then also it saves a lot of money for your guests if you get the group rate. I think like each person saved, I think, $400 by going with the group rate. So definitely speak to your travel agent. I know iTravel 2000 does like the 16th guest for free, and they also give you like a free wedding website. But like other travel agencies will do like different things as well. So look into what best suits you, and that is my second tip. Third tip is to read the reviews for the hotels. So I was gonna go to a different hotel, and I read the reviews and they said that the food was absolutely terrible. And I was just about to book that hotel as well. So I was like, no, I don't want my guests to starve for a week or have to suffer with all of, you know, the bad food. So I was like, okay, nope, not doing that. And then I went with another hotel, the one that I'm going with, that apparently the food is amazing and everyone like really, really, really enjoys the food. So that is just like an example of something. Make sure to review it. I went on and reviewed, I reviewed weddings that were there in the past. So I went through all of the reviews, and anyone that said like, oh, this is my wedding here, this is my experience, this is how it went, I made sure to do that as well. And there was really, really, really good reviews for like the wedding services offered at my hotels, and apparently it's like, it was like this person's like dream wedding and everything was fabulous. Customer service was amazing, so that was also really good. Okay, so getting back into like the process of booking. So I went online, I found the hotel that I wanted, did all my research, checked the reviews, whatever. Message iTravel and I said, hey, this is what I want, this is the hotel that I want, this are like approximately how many guests that I'm making or that I'm gonna bring. And she said, okay, sure, let me get you a group rate. She came back with a group rate. We said, sweet, we'll do it. She made us a wedding website. And then honestly, guys, it was very simple. Like, I feel planning weddings here are really stressful because you have to like plan every tiny little thing. And it was kind of just taken care of for me. Like, all the bookings were taken care of by my travel agent. She made us a wedding website. My guests could go on this wedding website, they fill out their information, put down a deposit, and then boom, they're there, and they're booked. It was pretty easy. Like, I mean, I had to send out emails to everybody. That was like the only thing I had to do was send her an email saying, here's the link, book. And that was about it. Everything else was taken care of for me. So that is everything in terms of like the flights and the hotel stays and everything like that. In terms of the actual wedding, so the hotel and many hotels and how they work down south is you can pick like different packages that you want. So a lot of weddings actually, if you have over a certain amount of guests, you get the wedding for free. You get, well, the majority of the wedding for free. If you want to add any extras, that's obviously an extra cost. But for us, we just didn't qualify for the free wedding, I believe. So we had to pay like a certain amount per guest to come. But honestly, it's not like that much. It was like whatever. So you pick your package that you want. Each package comes with like a different services. Some are more expensive and some aren't, whatever. And then there's also, so you pick that like basic package, and then there's like a package of all these extras that you can get, and you just go through and like say like which one you want and everything. So I mean, that took like no time at all to plan which one I want. And then just guys, a couple days before we go, we just message the wedding coordinator and we say these are the extras that we want, like any special recommendations for the wedding. So, you know, if we don't want them to, you know, I don't know, if we want to say our own vows or whatever, we can like message them, and we just say like, hey, our color theme is blue, and that's it. And they do everything for you, and you get there. We got upgraded to like a special room because we're having our wedding there. We get special check-in. We get like everything. We get discounts on spa packages and everything. So yeah, definitely, this wasn't a thing that I thought that I could do. I thought it would be like really, really expensive. Every time that I saw pictures of people on a beach in their wedding dress, I was like, dang, they must be rich. But I mean, guys, I'm getting that wedding for a fraction of the price. Literally, like, it's 10% off. Like, it's 10% of what a wedding would be like here. Like, just take that in. It's amazing. Obviously, another downside to having a wedding abroad. So like I said, here the wedding would be like around $50,000, but also the guests that are coming are bringing gifts for you. So that $40,000 or the $50,000 that you're paying, like, you're not gonna have to pay all of it because guests will be giving you gifts that will like help pay for your wedding. Obviously, going down south, you won't get gifts. Their gift is them coming, because it is a lot to ask people. And that's also another thing as well. There were a lot of people that we wanted to come to our wedding that weren't able to make it, and understandably so, because it's, you know, a lot of money for people to come down, and you know, they have to take time off of work for a week, and it could be really, really challenging. So that is another thing. If you for sure know that you want like everybody at your wedding, and you decide if any person like didn't come and it wasn't that type of wedding that you want, you have to take that into consideration as well. A lot of family members of ours are not coming, so that is another thing that you have to factor in. But yeah, I think that is everything that I wanted to say in terms of weddings and how we planned it. It was so low maintenance, it was very, very cheap, and yeah, those are basically just like all of my tips. I would try to plan as far in advance as possible. That's another tip that I would give, just because, you know, I think we planned ours about a year in advance, and just, you know, you tell your guests with ample amount of time, hey, you need to pay this amount by this date, like in a year's time, so like they have time to save up. Bless you, bless you. Yeah, we feel cute. So definitely book a while in advance. Oh, also the hotels down south are very, very busy, so if you want to go at a super high time, you know, your date that you want may be taken. So definitely book like a while in advance. I know we're getting married in May, and I messaged them in like September, saying, hey, what dates do you have available for May? And they literally only had one day. So you definitely need to book a while in advance. Yeah, that's basically it. This is video number 1 for my wedding series. I will go and, you know, we'll be filming it all and showing you guys what it is and how our experience was, and we'll be filming the wedding as well. So that will be up on my channel, obviously in May though. But yeah, I think that's good. I think that's everything that I wanted to say for this video. It's super surreal to me that I'm getting married, and it's my dream wedding. It's crazy. I already have my dress. Everything's basically done for my wedding. I was no bridezilla because everything was taken care of for me. But yeah, that's basically it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to stay tuned for more wedding stuff, more wedding planning, and also to stay tuned for the actual videos down there. We'll be posting, hopefully, I don't know, Cuba is really spotty for Wi-Fi, so we'll probably post the vlogs when we get back, but we are going to vlog for sure when we're down there and show you guys our experience. So that is basically it for this video. Thank you so much, and we will see you in our next video. Bye guys!